Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this live land battle showdown. It's going to be myself and the Greenskins facing off against Gojira, who is going to be using the Chowie, looking to probably run me over with some trains. I'm not sure. I do have some tools against it. We have some trolls, we have some boar boy biggins, as well as the rampage of the fermented fungi, which is very, very good. So we're going to be able to pop some of those guys and hopefully be okay. Let's get it started. Let's see what he's got, man. Army size, obviously I'm going to be bigger, but his army is kind of big for Chowie standards. I don't know, actually, 1,000. Not too crazy. So 2 biggins going to be on the flanks. We do have some nasty skulkers out on the outside, some archers. Orc archers, they do have, not the best weapon strength, but overall their armor piercing is actually 6. So they can punch through heavily armored units. Not super quick, but it is efficient enough to take down anything too scary, in my opinion. And SKARSNIK himself is also anti-large, so he's got his poke and stick. All right, it's going to be Astrogoth, and it looks like it is going to be a box. Oh yes, the dreaded land battle box. It begins. All right, let's head over and see if we can crack it. Go here, get you guys there, get the squig hoppers there, and you guys go up around this side there. All right. So for spells, we do have the Vindictive Glare, which we're going to be spamming. Is that an Iron Demon? Oh, it's actually an Iron Demon. He's got Blunderbusses and then Infernal Ironsworn. So he's got blasting charges and whatnot. Okay. So the way we deal with this is, if I can just rampage his big monster and drag it to its doom, that's going to be like 1,700 value, like very, very early. So we just need to get SKARSNIK waddling over there to do it. And we're going to start shooting him with missiles and trying to pull him apart. But he's got a lot of blasting charges. So we're going to go ahead and get around the outside here. So let's get you here, get you here. He's obviously going to run from SKARSNIK. He doesn't want any piece of that. And maybe he goes for the nasty skulkers, maybe. I'm more than happy to kind of test him here and see if he really wants to take it. It's going to be a breath attack on the nasty skulkers. Does a little bit of damage, but not too crazy. And let's pull back, pull back, pull back. Get these archers up and shooting, and they can actually just shoot at the Blazing Beards of Basharik. I think that's going to be a-okay. All right, so SKARSNIK's going to position out. We're going to try and, envelop his army here. We're taking a little bit of Daka from the Iron Demon, but nothing too crazy. Let's get these trolls back and just kind of keep following the beast with SKARSNIK and see where he wants to go. I'm more than happy to kind of test him, though. So we'll shoot him here, and we're going to attempt to rampage the beast. We're almost in range. So, yeah, he just notices that he's in range there. And is he going to move out is the question. All right, so form ranks, and you guys here. Let's get you around the back, and these boar boys can also go around the back as well. Okay, so the beast has been screened for now. Let's retreat you guys back. A little bit of this, and now the Chowie army is on its way up, so we're going to try and force him out of position and get an envelop here if we can. And let's shoot at the Iron Demon here. We're retreating back, and we'll get the nasty skulkers to work on this side. You on the back here, and now you guys can go ahead and saturate in here, get on the back, and SKARSNIK is still hunting the Dread Beast. Okay, the beast is really, really far away, so that's good for us. Let's go ahead and get the trolls. The trolls can run into the Iron Demon, and we've engaged on the flanks. Let's get the squig herds to run up and saturate into his dudes here so we don't get blasting charged. And now we can start shooting the Iron Demon, and in the backfield we should be okay. So the boar boys can help, squig hoppers can help, and we'll collapse the back of the formation. All right, so that's looking pretty good to me. Squig hoppers can run into the front, no problems there. And we've avoided most of the blasting charges, I would say. So let's get the missiles back in there. And our little vindictive goblin here needs to do, I don't even know what we really want to do. Let's do a sneaky stabbing on these guys for now, and I think that should be okay. All right, so skulkers, let's move in. Let's get you guys onto the blasting charges. Get you guys moving into those. And in the meantime, yeah, trolls have moved in. We got his train down to half health. So let's go ahead and vindictive glare that thing. And SKARSNIK is just basically following around the big monster. And hopefully is going to have some success. So those are orc labor units. Let's get you on that train here. And we could also do Gorkle Fix It, slow that thing down a little bit. Okay, the first wall is here. So the wah has been sounded in the valley. SKARSNIK is hunting and screening out the big beastie, which I'm totally happy to have my hero just kind of screen him out here. Let's do a little bit of a flank engagement. And our shaman needs to do Gorkle Fix It on this so it can't escape. And we'll get 1, 2, and 3 and have you guys all focus that down. And soon the beast is going to be returning, which hopefully SKARSNIK is going to be able to fight it. Blasting charge is getting a little bit messy, but we almost have the Iron Demon down. And as far as value trading goes, it's pretty even. So let's go ahead and rampage you. So let's rampage this. Do we even need to? Not really. SKARSNIK can just attack him, and it's going to be a-okay. So the train, I believe, is down. Yeah, I think it is. Let's get these guys on top of the blunderbusses, and the archers and archers. Now they can switch onto this bad boy. All right. And we can go ahead and give the Spider to Bad Moon here and rampage him to lower his stats and get ready for some vindictive glares on the beast. Unfortunately, we're having a little bit of trouble in some of the pockets here, so let's get our boar boy biggins out, keep nasty skulkers engaged. And on the flanks, we can re-engage here. We got some squigs coming back in, and his monster is getting prison shanked pretty hard by SKARSNIK and company, which is exactly what we want. Exactly. All right, so move in, help out with these bad boys, have the squig hoppers come around the back. We can do a little bit of a flankaroo like this, so we're going to get here. You guys are on the back. The boar boy biggins can come this way. Did we not kill his train? I could have sworn we got the kill on it. Oh, it got away with a little bit of HP. Well played. All right, so we got the big beast down, and now we can do another vindictive glare to finish off the train soon. And the Squig Hoppers can flank into the side here, and the big beast is in trouble. Vindictive Glaring Time, though. That should finish it off. It's going to be a little bit tight, but we're gonna try our best. So we have healing. He doesn't really have a lot of healing. Skulker's going to flank into the back of these, and we can just start shooting into the kind of mess here, whereas the cavalry can come around the side. We have some rallying units, and let's get these nasty Skulkers back in here. All right. So I think his train is almost down for the count. I think the Squigs should be able to finish it off. It has literally 87 HP, which is pretty bonkers. SKARSNIK's a decent little fighter, so we can get in there and do a little something. And let's do this and that and get a little charge action going. Get on top of the blunderbusses, and yeah, for the most part, our bows are pretty good. Yeah, so let's see if we can route you. SKARSNIK, come in and help. Let's do a little crossfire, shoot here and here. The train unfortunately came back, so we'll do another Vindictive Glare, and hopefully we can just like kind of karate chop that guy if possible. All right, so we got a couple laborers coming back. Let's get some boys running, and the big beast should be breaking here in a second. We do get the train down, if I'm not mistaken, but it's still kind of a close fight, believe it or not. The Chowie are obviously pretty elite, so we'll do some kiting out here and do a little bit of crossfire there. The train is down, and we have a lot of piggies. Let's get onto the blunderbusses. These Infernal Ironsworn are pretty chad, so we're going to retreat back from those. Let's get the trolls beating on the Infernal Ironsworn. That's going to be very cost-effective. 800 HP on the monster, and now he's going after SKARSNIK. Okay, so that's scary. We need to get a little bit of milk for SKARSNIK here, so we're going to do this, and hopefully we can... Oh, man, I just misclicked there. Okay, let's get the nasty Skulkers in, and all these guys in, and because if I lose my Lord, I could for sure throw the game, right? I could for sure throw the game. That would be very, very dodgy there. So, yeah, Squig Hoppers on the side, Boar Boys here, nasty Skulkers in. Let's keep trying to get SKARSNIK away if possible. And we do have another Wasp. That's going to be very good. All right, so Squigs, on your way back in. Infernal Ironsworn are getting worn down a little bit. Let's get the Boar Boy Cavalry away. SKARSNIK needs to keep waddling, and let's rampage Astragoth, so he just attacks random targets, potentially, and maybe won't target SKARSNIK. So we need to get our little get out of there. That would be pretty big. All right, so charging and charging. And SKARSNIK might be able to get away. We do have a lot of mass right there, so we're going to bring the Bacon Cavalry to try and help him, see what we can get done. And yeah, we're getting a lot of shooting into the back of this unit, that's for sure. You know, those Chaos Roar Warriors there, definitely getting a little bit of a beating. All right, so unfortunately he's out of the rampage, so let's bring the Bacon Cavalry over here. And what are these? These are Chaos Roar Warriors. I think the Trolls will eventually get those Firesworn down. And okay, we don't need to charge here. Let's do a big rear charge into that unit and get you away. Squigs are holding him. Astragoth's still coming after me, so we need to keep SKARSNIK alive. Greenskin leadership is very flimsy, so we can't afford to let that happen. All right, so now we can rear charge now that SKARSNIK has some distance. Little Night Goblin Shaman. We can do a little sneaky stabbing if we want to. Yeah, we might need it. We'll see. So move into the Chowie Warriors. Move into the Chowie Warriors here, and we get that big flanking charge there, which is going to be sweet bread. And now the Boar Boy Cavalry can come out after Astragoth, so they're going to bounce back out. Hopefully get it done. And yeah, we're putting some hurt on these guys. We are. Do we have any rallying units? It's always like playing Greenskins is always like finding a Christmas present, you know? There's always like random shit all over the map. You're like, oh, that's nice, isn't it? All right, so sneaky stabbing on the Boar Boys will help them damage Astragoth a little bit. It'll do a little something. Let's go ahead and shoot these Dwarf Warriors. And these Infernal Iron Chads are tanking it really, really well. This will give my Trolls a little bit of bonus damage, but I guess they do fire damage. Let's run away and let their regeneration do its thing. And then you guys can shoot into these Iron Chads here, and we just kind of create some distance. Blast away here, fight those Ironsworn there, and what spells do we have that would possibly do good here? Yeah, we could just blast, and we just need to let the Trolls heal for a while. They're pretty damaged, right? They're pretty damaged. All right, so shooting the Ironsworn, killing Astragoth's going to be a pain for sure. Squig Herds have munched on those infantry, so they're shattered, so let's get the Squig Herds in there. I actually don't know how we kill Astragoth. We probably need the Trolls. That's probably one of the only ways we're going to get it done. And we could do Gorkle Fix It on him to slow him down, so that's going to buy a little bit of time for old SKARSNIK. Great. Trolls, Swamp Things, so they've not terror-routed these little Dowie. So the little Dowie are holding on pretty well here. Do we have any units that have rallied in the distance? No, not quite. Okay, so that is what it is. So those guys are shaken. So let's do a little bit of that. Okay, we could Fermented Fungi him now. The Trolls, unfortunately, have broken. So I think his elite infantry and Astragoth might carry him into the sunset. It's going to be a little bit hard. So we're going to do Night Shroud on you and see if we can actually go invisible. That's going to be really, really funny if that works. All right, so those guys are doing it. We got the Boar Boy Cavalry, so let's go salvage those Trolls. If we can get the Trolls back online, we have like a bit of a slim chance, right? Vindictive Glare on the Infernal Ironsworn will do a little bit of damage. Nothing too crazy, though. Couple Boar Boys. Archers are shut offline for now. And let's do a charge into the Infernal Ironsworn here. In the meantime, the Daka is still going strong. We can waste these laborers by a little bit of time. And let's do sneaky stabbing on you. All right, SKARSNIK. We can give them the fermented fungi if we need to. Cascading Fire Cloak is going to buy a little bit of time for them, but the trolls have come back, which is great. They have returned. The trolls have returned, and Rusty Arrows are also back online, which is money. So let's start shooting into the back of these Infernal Iron Chads, and we can get SKARSNIK in there. The buff is going to be wearing off in 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds, give or take. Let those trolls regenerate. That's going to be pretty big, and then we bounce back in, and I don't think we're ready to charge them quite yet. Let's shoot them in the back a little bit more. Oh, thankfully that worked out. Those boys needed to win that fight, that's for damn sure. So let's pull these guys away from the shooting, and then we can turn about face. And do we have a Gorkle Fix-It or anything? We can do a Vindictive Glare on you, I guess. All right, Vindictive Glare, hiya! And do this, get some boys moving in to fight them, and continue kind of kiting them around the map here. So that looks good. Are the Iron Chads? They're shaken. They're shaken and stirred, and the trolls have rallied, so let's get the trolls ready to come in and help. So those guys are not wavering, unfortunately. So, Boarboy Cavalry, yeah, we gotta probably charge with these guys and try and help SKARSNIK out. We don't want that, you know, that's, if SKARSNIK gets his butt kicked, that's pretty bad. So let's come over here, have SKARSNIK turn and fight at this point. We can go ahead and pop all of his different buffs. So we'll do that, and we can go ahead and buff these guys and see what we can get. And how are the archers doing here? Unfortunately, those Chowie warriors have hunted us pretty well. But the trolls have arrived, they do cause terror. These guys are not ITP, so I'm hoping they'll get terror routed here. We'll have to see. Let's get the Boar Boys to rear charge into the Ironsworn. Maybe they can do something. And we can go ahead and buff up the Swamp Things here. They are in SKARSNIK's little buff aura. Okay, those guys got broken. That's pretty damn big. And we have these Rusty Arrows, or Archers out here who can do a little bit of kiting. Let's get the Bad Boy getting on those and rear charge in there. So Astrogoth is going to be kind of standing alone right now. Let's shoot these Chowie warriors with the bows. And how's old SKARSNIK doing? He's hanging in there. He needs to waddle away right now, though. We need to take advantage of a couple things. So Terror Route goes down. Really, really good. Okay, and those Infernal Iron Chads are getting blasted. Yeah, cool. The Trolls and the Arrow Boys are doing a good job. I think we can get the Blunderbusses offline. They're trying to shoot my little goblin there, but not going to have too much success. Okay, so we're pulling the balance of power back a little bit, I think. Yeah, we got you. Is there anything on the side of the map? Yeah, they're not going to rally, so we need to get these guys down. And do we get those guns down? We do, and those guys are also taken down. So I think that our trolls will carry the day. They're putting a lot of hurt on Astrogoth right now. He's pretty beat up. So we're just going to pretend we're going to charge them, and now that he buffed them, we're not going to. So that's the scheme. So Boarboy Biggins. SKARSNIK could come in here, but if we lose him, that's pretty terrible. So let's start shooting the Infernal Iron Chads and get the Boarboy Biggins in there. And we'll keep SKARSNIK nearby for the encouragement aura. We could like tease in, like poke in like we want to fight a little bit. Yeah, we could, but I think that we can probably get these Iron Chads offline here. All right, so we get a nice charge. Let's go punt these Ironsworn. SKARSNIK can bounce in for a second and just kind of, you know, mess up their AI here a little bit. Trolls are kind of wavering down, which I don't like, but the Orc Arrow Boys are fighting like absolute champs. Let's go ahead and put Sneaky Stabbing on these guys. We do get the Ironsworn a little bit smashed up. We're going to need these Boarboy Biggins alive. And, yeah, we can do this. All right, so that's going to give them, you know, some AP damage and melee attack, so it's still pretty worth. All right, so those guys are shaken, and let's get the Boar Boys to come in. He's trying to get away now, so we need to make sure he can't get on my character here. As far as WOM goes, we don't really have much left. So, yeah, those guys should just die to missiles, right? And here comes the Boar Boys. Boar Boys are going to block them up. Just got to get those guys wavering, and then we got to wear down Astro Chad, which isn't going to be easy. I mean, maybe if we get a couple good salvos in him, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Alright, so those guys are almost dead. Archers pile in, Boar Boys do break. Let's go ahead and have SKARSNIK get his old shanks in there. The old Razzle Dazzle, and let's run through. So we just kind of run through our own units and drag him to his doom. The caster got the job done, man. He got it done. And we don't have enough WOM to do much of anything at this point. So we're just going to kind of chase him. Yeah, we're going to kind of waddle after him here. And just, we can screen him out, no problem. And we can even turn and shoot him if he tries to do anything funny. Alright, so we run through our units. He's taking a little bit of HP damage. Astrogoth, old Astrogoth would definitely catch SKARSNIK. You know, but the new one, he's quite good, but he's not what he used to be. So SKARSNIK is anti-large, unfortunately, so not going to be super useful here. He's going to go after my caster. Oh. Oh my god, are we going to get army lost here because of that? I think I accidentally clicked the I thought it gave me reserves. Oh no, I don't think it's going to cost me the game, though. I think Astrogoth probably just wins anyways. We do have these Orc Arrow Boys who are out of ammo, so let's get them in here and just fight the blob fight, really. Do we have any missiles? Yeah, are those Ironsworn? Ooh, if they make it back, we're in big danger. So SKARSNIK needs to hold here pretty well. We do have the poison on him, but yeah, army losses are going to hit. GG, really, really good match. Honestly, without army losses, maybe we win that. It's hard to say. I don't need to say this. We're live recording. It's great. Yeah, great match by him. It was really fun. Really, really down to the wire. Kind of makes me think like Azag might be better. The Rampage was good though, because it kept his like big beast honest, you know? But overall, yeah, 700 here, 400 here, not bad. Swamp Things were good, maybe another Troll unit. His Iron Chads did pretty good, and his train was rad also. It's really just Astro Chad. And his like staying power and his elite infantry. It was super cool. Yeah, Squig Herds were pretty rad. Overall, I think the build was fine. I think it just came down to some execution and, you know, keeping a couple units safe and whatnot. And yeah, GG to Goj, man. Great game.